Loyal dog. In a quiet village, nestled between emerald hills and silver rivers, there lived an old man named Hari. He was known by all simply as Grandpa Hari, and though he had no living family, he was never alone. His constant companion was a dog named Bola, a large, shaggy, golden brown mutt with wise eyes and a tail that wagged like a metronome of love. Bola wasn't just a pet. He was a guardian, a friend, and the heartbeat of Hari's little world. Every morning, as the sun rose, Bola would nudge Hari awake with his cold nose and lead him to the garden where the old man would tend to his vegetables. In the afternoons, they'd sit under the banyan tree, where Hari would tell Bola stories as if he were a child tales of ancient warriors, gods and kings. But Bola wasn't just a good listener. He was a hero in the eyes of the villagers. Once, he saved a child from drowning in the river by leaping in without hesitation and dragging the boy to safety. Another time, he chased away a leopard that had strayed too close to the village at night. And every evening, without fail, he would walk Grandma Leela, a blind widow, safely home from the temple. People used to say, if everyone had a Bola, the world would be heaven. One day, news came that a large company had bought the land surrounding the village and planned to build a highway. The project promised jobs and progress, but it also meant tearing down forests and moving several families, including Hari. The villagers were divided. Some welcomed the change, while others, especially the elderly, feared it. Hari was devastated. His home had been his father's and his grandfather's before that. The mango tree in his backyard had grown alongside him. How could he leave it all behind? But more than that, he worried about Bola. How would his old friend adjust to the chaos of city life? How would he survive without the open fields, the river, and the routine that had become their life? The company agents arrived a week later. They wore polished shoes and spoke with smooth voices. They offered compensation money, housing in the city, free healthcare. Most villagers, tempted by the offer, agreed. Hari refused. I won't leave, he said firmly. I was born here and I will die here. Bola growled softly at the men every time they approached, but the company wasn't used to no. Days later, a fire mysteriously broke out near Hari's farm. Bola's sharp barks alerted the village just in time. He ran back and forth, dragging water buckets with his teeth, helping douse the flames. The damage was contained, but Hari knew it was a warning. Still, he wouldn't leave. A few days after the fire, Hari went missing. His small home was found empty, the door ajar, his cane lying on the ground. Villagers searched for days, but there was no trace of him. Bola was frantic. He ran from house to house, sniffing the air, barking endlessly, eyes searching the horizon. He refused to eat. He didn't sleep. He sat outside Hari's hut, waiting, whining softly at night like a heartbroken child. Everyone believed Hari had been taken forced to relocate, or worse. Some said he was dead, but Bola didn't believe it. He could still smell his master. Somewhere, deep inside, he knew Hari was alive. So, one night, Bola left the village. He carried nothing, just his nose, his instincts, and his loyalty. Bola's journey took him through unfamiliar lands across rocky hills, through cities that smelled of smoke and concrete, along highways filled with roaring machines. He followed the faint scent of Hari like a sacred trail. People tried to help him. Some offered food, others tried to adopt him. But Bola would only eat when absolutely necessary and always left before dawn. He was not a stray. He had a mission. In one town, he saw a poster on a lamppost It was Hari, it said, missing elderly man, last seen near NH 48 construction site. Bola's heart leapt. He was close. He reached the construction site the next day, a sprawling mess of machines, noise, and dust. Workers yelled and moved about. No one noticed the dog sneak in, but Bola, ever silent and alert, scanned every face. Then he heard it, a cough, a familiar cough. Behind a makeshift shed, lying on a straw mat, was Hari, thin, tired, but alive. Bola let out a cry, a deep, soulful howl that stopped everyone in their tracks. Hari looked up, disoriented. Then his eyes lit up. "Hola?" he whispered. The dog ran to him, licking his face, whimpering with joy. Hari held him close, tears mixing with dust. They were together again. The reunion caused a stir. Journalists picked up the story, "Dog tracks, missing owner for 200 kilometers." Social media exploded with praise for Bola. Animal lovers, activists, and even celebrities called it the greatest tale of loyalty they'd ever heard. The construction company came under pressure. Investigations revealed that Hari had been coerced into signing away his land and forcibly removed when he refused. Legal action followed. Hari was returned to the village. The company had to halt construction and offer apologies and better compensation. Bola was hailed as a hero once again. A statue of him was erected at the village entrance, carved from stone, showing him sitting loyally beside his master. Bola lived many more years, but never left Hari's side again. Even in old age, when his legs hurt and his eyes grew dim, he would still get up every morning and nudge Hari awake with his cold nose. And when Bola finally passed away, the entire village mourned. Hari buried him beneath the banyan tree, where they had spent so many peaceful afternoons together. A simple stone marked the spot. Bola, the dog who loved more than most humans ever could.